Hello, Bill McRae here. I hope you're having a great day. Well, it's funny because 10 years ago, in 2009, I was really getting my start into my marketing business, and I came out with a piece of software called a Twitter Automator, Twit Automator. And what it would do is grow Twitter accounts and allow you to drive traffic to your websites based on what's being posted to your Twitter account. So blogs are really the best thing. And it worked extraordinarily well. And I became known back then as kind of a Twitter guru, which I never really liked the name or the sound of that. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long because the techniques we were using to grow our Twitter accounts in those days were quickly deemed inappropriate by Twitter, which they turned around and started offering the very same things as a service themselves. But at that point in time, they wouldn't do it. And still today, they won't let you do it. It was a program that would, follow X number of people a day and unfollow X number of people a day. And you can grow your Twitter following based on, other people's following. So if you went to a guy in your industry and followed his followers, you got people that are interested in your topic following you through that process, and we would unfollow as well as follow to keep those ratios correct so Twitter would allow you to add people to your account. And it used Twitter's API, and it worked absolutely fabulous until they shut us down. I had a Twitter account with 75,000 followers, which I lost. And I thought, well, that was stupid. I won't do that again. So, of course, then we came out with something called the Twitinator 2 years later, and I did the exact same thing again. And finally realized, you know what, this is just not going to work. I'm not going to go down this path anymore. But in 2008, 2009, people got to know me because I knew how to grow a following and promote a website using Twitter. Who would have thought? And I remember thinking back in those days, I really didn't understand what Twitter's business model was. They weren't even a public company at that time. They were really small, and they were very unprofitable, and they were burning through their seed money extraordinarily fast. I still don't think they're that highly profitable, but I haven't really looked into it that much. But what I will say about Twitter is I didn't see it becoming the fast message news influencing website that it is now. And I'll be perfectly blunt with you. I didn't even consider the impact that Twitter would ultimately have by 2016, now 2020. Some crazy person in New York City can run around drinking a glass of wine, crawling on the floor, talking about politics, and she has 1 million followers, and she can actually influence the media's dialogue, which is the same thing Donald Trump does. Thank God he doesn't drink wine and dance on the floor and get excited about, garbage disposals, but he still has that ability, and that's what his biggest asset has been as far as social media is he could see what's going on the press and not like necessarily the dialogue or the discussions, and he could immediately change topic by doing something at times purposefully controversial on Twitter, which would just pull everybody over to go attack him over here. And it kind of takes his eye off what he doesn't want people looking at. And this has become the tool for really controlling media direction and the ability to dictate the dialogue going on. And people like AOC now have that same ability. Even though they don't have a huge following in terms of people in their district, because their districts are small, they have that overt personality that they can drive the dialogue nationally because they've built up a huge Twitter following, and they have the ability to call on controversial topics to create a viral effect and make what is really a fringe idea seem worldly because of the response on Twitter, and then picked up by all the news medias and propagated from that. It becomes bigger than life. So social media is really impactful, even though you don't necessarily need to be the biggest guy on social media. The same thing is true with Instagram. I mean, if Kim Kardashian posts a new picture with a pink skin tight shirt that shows off her body really well, she can put a link in there that says "Go buy my shirt," and thousands of people will. It really has become an amazing thing. So we've allowed social media to kind of replace due diligence to a very real extent. And the media knows that. And so what they do is they write headlines, not that really describe the content of their content, but to get attention, to get clicks, so that you will go out and either subscribe to their websites. So that instead of becoming a way of distributing information, it becomes more of a way of twisting the information to deliver a narrative, so that that narrative can accomplish whatever their goals are. Okay. And that's what we're seeing in a very, very real-time way. And this is honestly Facebook to a certain extent, but it's more so Twitter. I'm not a big fan of Twitter since I lost my 75,000 followers. I've been slowly rebuilding it. I think I'm up to like 2,000 followers. And I'm okay with that. I realize that I'm not going to try to accomplish what I was trying to accomplish then, because it just was very heartbreaking to lose all those followers. And on the other hand, I was promoting products that had a very short lifetime, and there was nothing controversial about them, other than some of them might have been kind of iffy sort of products. So Twitter is a very powerful tool now, and it wasn't 10 years ago. And you need to decide how it fits into your overall promotional. What I do with it today is I make videos on YouTube, which I'm doing right now, and I post a video to my blog, and then I syndicate it using a program to a bunch of social media sites, including Twitter, and I get a lot of traffic from Twitter, even though I only have a couple thousand followers. So it's still a great source of traffic, but you've got to use it according to the rules. So no more programs that are going to automatically build my following. I'll just kind of do that through the value of my content, which is really a better way anyhow, because ultimately people following you are truly engaged with your content. So think about it.